We're a little late in starting the class, you belong.
Мы немного поздно начинаем лекцию, потому что был эфир.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 12, Text 20. Is that the words on the board? Well, let us speak. Uśīnara, śibiḥ, yaśo, vitanitā, svānāṁ, dauṣyantir, yajvanām, eṣaḥ dātā śaraṇyaś, yathā auśīnara śibiḥ, yaśo vitanitā svānāṁ, dauṣyantir yajvanām, eṣaḥ dātā śaraṇyaś, yathā auśīnaraḥ śibiḥ, yaśo vitanitā svānāṁ, dauṣyantir yajvanām. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Gopāl Kṛṣṇa Sahagana Raghunatam Sadevam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Vijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pranam Sahagana Lalita Shri Shakhantamsa Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dīnabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Kanta Kancha Gaurāṅgi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhāla Sutidevi Ramani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
eṣaḥ dātā śaraṇyaś yathā auśīnaraḥ yaśo vitanitā svānāṁ dauṣyantir yajvanām. So we are reading in this chapter of the birth of the great king Parikshit. At this point in the Bhagavatam, the Brahmanas are responding to the concerns of Yudhishthira Maharaj. The sages in our śaraṇyaḥ were very excited about hearing of the birth of King Parikshit. As you probably know, the Srimad Bhagavatam consists of the dialogue between Suharevo Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj on the one hand, and dialogue between the great sages in our śaraṇyaḥ with Shuta Goswami. So the sages who had assembled in our śaraṇyaḥ were asking questions about King Parikshit, how he was saved in the womb of his mother Uttara from the Brahmastra that was released by Ashwatthama. When Parikshit was in the womb of his mother Uttara, Parikshit's father was Abhimanyu, and he was attacked by the Brahmastra of Ashwatthama. The Lord, who is in everyone's heart as a Paramatma, expanded himself in his transcendental form and protected Parikshit from Ashwatthama's weapon. And for a fraction of a second, Parikshit Maharaj had the opportunity to see the personal form of the Lord, who was beautifully decorated, four-handed. The Lord appeared and instantly disappeared. But Parikshit Maharaj got such great pleasure when he saw the form of the Lord that everyone he saw from there onwards, he would look at his face and see, does this person look like the person I saw in my mother's womb? The word Parikshit in Sanskrit means examiner. And he's called Parikshit because everyone he saw, he would examine it to see if the face resembled that of the face he saw in the mother's womb. Now, after Parikshit Maharaj was born, Yudhishthira Maharaj and others gave the Brahmanas a lot of charity. It is Vedic tradition to give charity to the genuine Brahmanas and the sannyasis. Of course, the Brahmanas must be very genuine also. Now that we take on to the Brahmanical profession for some livelihood. During the rule of Lord Ramachandra, the Brahmanas were very exemplary. On one occasion, Lord Ramachandra called all the Brahmanas and asked them, please ask as much land as you need for your maintenance. The Brahmanas said, please give us only as much as we need and no more. If the modern day Brahmanas were asked to ask for as much land as they need, they would have definitely given 10 times of what they need as a demand. Sita Devi on one occasion distributed all the jewelry to the Brahmanical women except a nose ring. The Brahmanical ladies took the jewelry and offered it back to Sita. So this was the standard of the Brahmanas. So Yudhishthira Maharaj gave in charity to the Brahmanas, and he asked the Brahmanas questions about this young child who was just born. The Brahmanas wanted, King Yudhishthira wanted to know, will this boy be a saintly king? Will he be as glorious as his ancestors were? So a king is considered to be a representative of the Lord. In Nepal, they have a king, and they call him the representative of Vishnu. They call him the representative of Vishnu, but unfortunately these kings, They drink, eat meat, everything. So they're not really true representatives of Vishnu. But the king is considered to be a representative of the Lord. And in Vedic history, we see so many wonderful kings who ruled over the planet, considering the citizens to be like their children. In the Vedic days, any citizen could run inside the palace, ring a bell, and get an audience with the king. Can you do that today? Can you go to the Kremlin, ring a bell, and get an audience with the president of your country? Can you go to India, Delhi, and go to the Prime Minister's office and ring the bell and get an audience with the Prime Minister? No. These days you can only get their darshan every evening on television, where you can see them and hear them, but they can't see you or hear you. So it's one-way traffic. So in the Vedic days, you could just go to the king and express your grievance. And then the king would address the grievance. It's a duty of the head of state. It's a duty of the government to see that all the necessities of life are provided to the citizens. Unfortunately, the modern day leaders don't realize their duties. Once a king called King Deva, he had fasted for a period of 48 days along with his wife. He was about to break his fast. When a hungry Brahmana ran into his palace and said, "King, I'm hungry, give me something to eat." The king gave him something to eat. Then he fasted for 48 days. And when a hungry man approached him, he parted with a little bit of the food stuff. And then as he was about to eat, another hungry Chandala came. Gradually, everything was given away. Just the water was left. And as he was about to drink the water, a thirsty man ran into his palace and said, "King, I'm thirsty, give me some water to drink." And the king parted with the water also. So, Mahārāja Duṣyanta wanted to know from the Brahmanas who were present, this boy Parikshit, is he going to be in the family tradition in which the kings in the past were great devotees of the Lord and very charitable, generous, magnanimous? The Brahmanas are like spiritual astrologers. They can foresee these symptoms and they can make very accurate predictions. In the Vedic days, the Brahmanas would produce fire just by chanting mantras and not with the help of matchbox or cigarette lighters. Can any of you produce fire by chanting mantras? The modern day Brahmanas can't do that. The Vedic Brahmanas have great power. They were able to even curse. But today's Brahmanas, even if you curse, it won't have the effect. So, the Brahmanas are beginning to reply, but the Brahmanas began to reply to King Yudhishthira's inquiry from the verse that we discussed yesterday. They said, this child will be exactly like King Ikshvaku. King Ikshvaku ruled over the planet in the beginning of Treta Yuga. So, Treta Yuga ran for 1.2 million years. Bharata Yuga ran for 800,000 years. So, King Ikshvaku, the son of Manu, was ruling over the planet over 2 million years ago. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I imparted this knowledge to the son of Vivaswan. Bhagavad Gita imparted it to Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku is very famous as the son of Manu for having received this knowledge through the disciplic succession and then having established this knowledge as a basis for life in his entire kingdom. Then the Brahmana said, this boy Parikshit will be as famous as Lord Ram. King Ikshvaku had appeared in the family dynasty or heritage of Lord Ram. Lord Ram is famous for many things. Even today, people talk about Ram Raja, or the golden rule of Lord Ram. Why do people talk of Ram Raja even today? Approach. What's that? Everyone was happy. Okay, why were they happy?
Because they could choose the time of the death.
Okay, they could choose the time of death.
Да,
Okay.
они могли выбрать сами
One
время
point.
смерти, это один момент.
What else?
Еще что?
Он брал с помощью любви, без помощи наказания и страха.
He was ruled by love, not by punishment.
Okay, what else?
Еще что?
Он был самим Господом.
He was the Lord himself.
Okay, what else?
Да, еще что?
During the rule of Lord Ramachandra, there was absolutely no anxiety in society.
Во времена
There was no mental anxiety. There was no, all the necessities were provided. There was no old age or disease. Niyat Balnitsa, Niyat Raj.
не было ни врачей, ни больниц. И все люди в обществе были счастливы, поскольку все поклонялись Верховному Господу. Конечно, как уже говорилось, люди могли выбрать момент смерти. Если сейчас людям дать такую возможность выбирать момент своей смерти, то наверняка никто бы вообще не выбирал этот момент. Так что сегодня я не готов, завтра, и так мы вечно бы откладывали это на завтра. Но во времена правления Господа Рамы люди жили счастливо и, прожив определенное количество времени, они сами выбирали момент смерти. Господь Рамачандра также проявил высшую степень отречения. Бог обладает 6 достояниями безграничной степени, не правда ли?
And one of the 6 qualities is the quality of Vairagya. So, Lord Ram was about to be coronated king. Everything was ready in the kingdom. All the streets were decorated and all the streets were cleaned, and he was about to be coronated king the next day. King Dashra, the father Lord Ram, had 3 wives. And once when the king was in pain, he was greatly helped by Kakai, one of his wives. So the king had told her, "You saved my life. Can I do something for you in exchange?" She said, "I'll ask you at the appropriate time." So she waited all along. But when Ram was about to be coronated king, she wasn't happy. She wanted her son to be the king. So when he was about to be coronated king, she went to Dashrath. "You remember you promised me a favor? You said I could ask you at any time when I can ask you anything. So now I want to ask you." The king said, "Go ahead. I remember my promise very well." To the Kshatriya kings, a word given would always be honored. They would never go back for their word, even if it meant sacrificing their life. These days, people have no value for their words. They sign written agreements and then break it the next day. In Kali Yuga, the lawyers make money because people love to lie. And there's so many court cases. So Kakai said, "Now I want to ask you that favor today. Please banish Ram in the forest for 14 years and install my son Bharata on the throne." King Dashrath, when he heard this, he almost died. So he attached to Lord Ram and he wanted Lord Ram to become the king. But Lord Ram, when his father asked him to go to the forest, he did not protest. "Oh my father, how can I go? Everyone is expecting me to be the king. My palace is ready, the streets are ready." He took his words of the father just like a bird. As soon as the bird brings her developed, she flies out of the nest. King Lord Ram took his father's word and left the palace. So the Brahmana said, "This boy will be as famous as King Śrīla and as famous as Lord Ram." Then they said, in the words we're discussing today, this child will be a magnificent donor of charity. He will be very charitable. And he will be protector of the surrendered souls. And he will expand the name and fame of his family. Just like in a material situation, if somebody becomes very famous or very well known, then he expands the name and fame of his family, doesn't he? A king becomes famous by his performance of sacrifice and yajna, and by protecting those who surrender to him. So it's said that Mahārāja Kṛṣṇa would be very famous as protecting his population, and he would be very magnanimous and charitable. And the Brahmana said he will be as famous in giving charity as King Śibi was. Long ago, there was a very charitable king called King Śibi. He is known in history as the most charitable king. So once the demigods wanted to test how charitable he was. So one of them took on the role of a pigeon, and the other took on the role of an eagle. The eagle started chasing the pigeon. The pigeon came to the palace of King Śibi and said, "King, please protect me. This eagle is chasing me. He wants to eat me. Please protect me." So the king said, "You have come to me for protection. Of course I'll protect you." And then came the eagle. "Did the pigeon come here?" He said, "Yes." "Give me that pigeon. I want to eat it. I'm hungry. I want to eat his flesh." The king said, "No, you can't eat. I can't return this pigeon to you." The eagle said, "No, you must return. I'm hungry. It's not your property." The king said, "He has come to me for protection. I can't give him away. If you want, I will give you the flesh of my own body equal to the weight of the pigeon." And the king agreed to give flesh from his own body equal to the weight of the pigeon. And by the arrangement of the Lord, the weight of the pigeon went on increasing, which meant the king had to give more and more flesh. But he did not hesitate. And then the demigods were so pleased that they revealed their identity. So the king must be charitable, and the king must protect the entire praja. What's the meaning of praja? What's the meaning of praja?
Что значит праджа? All those who were born in this country.
Oh,
Citizens.
that means animals also. That means animals also. In every country they do a census. Census means they want to count how many people, what is the population of the country. Like when they publish Russian population, what is Russia's population? 179 million?
150.
So when they talk about the population of Russia, what do they say? What's the population? They don't take into account all the animals. They only take into account the human population. That means the entire population.
No.
So it is the king's duty to protect everyone, and the king's duty to provide protection. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, "Whichever great men do, others will follow." So when the kings were God conscious, the population was God conscious. And when the kings are not God conscious, mature nature doesn't cooperate. For our living, we're all dependent upon the resources being provided by nature, isn't it? Whether you want water to eat, water to drink, grains to eat, who provides all this? Who? Krishna, isn't it?
Krishna.
I was in Washington a few weeks ago, and they've had a severe drought there. They don't have water. So, they may have all the technology, but they can't produce water. They didn't have rainfall. So, unless this Prakriti works under the Lord's direction, as Krishna says, Maya Dakshina Prakriti, Srita Sacha Acha. So, when the leaders are God conscious, Prakriti fully cooperates. Just like there's a very wonderful prayer by Queen Kunti in the first canto of the Bhagavatam. Queen Kunti says, "By your Lord, by your merciful glance, all the trees are full of fruits. The earth is full of rains. The rivers are full of water. And the oceans are full of minerals and diamonds. All this is the aid of your merciful glance." So when the leaders are God conscious, the society prospers. And what happens when the leader... What happens? Mature nature goes on strike. Like in the laborers go on strike when they don't get enough salary. So mature nature goes on strike. Mature nature goes on strike. The resources, the natural resources are in short supply. The oceans run dry. The fruits, the trees don't carry fruits. The earth doesn't release the grains. So it is important that the leaders be God conscious. And then the society will also be God conscious. In the Vedas, you read about a story of a king called King Vena. Yeah. He was completely godless. He stopped all the Brahmanas from doing the animal sacrifice. Natural nature went on strike. The earth stopped producing grains. The rivers became dry. The fruits, the trees did not have any fruits. People would suffer. Then his son King Prithu became the king. When he became the king, the citizens went up to him and said, "King, it's a duty to provide the necessities of life." And the king said, "There's nothing I can do." He was an incarnation of Godhead, but still he said this. If you go and glorify the Supreme Lord, then all the necessities of life will be provided. So that's what they did, and all the necessities were provided. So the king must be God conscious, must give charity, and must be a protector of the citizens. And Parikshit Maharaj was such a king. When he saw that a Sudra had disguised himself as a king, and he was attacking the cow of the goat, he protested. So King Parikshit was so famous that wherever he would travel, the citizens would honor him and sing the praise of his ancestors. Do you see that happening today? In these democracies around the world, no leader can stay in power beyond 1 or 2 terms of office. And has ever seen a praise of their ancestors? When the president of any country or prime minister goes to the citizens, greet him and say, "Oh, how great his father was, how great his grandfather was, how great his great-grandfather was." No. The kings and the people enter politics, become hold positions, not to do welfare work for the citizens today, maybe lip service, but they all eventually see what's good for them, all over the world. So, what the world needs is God-conscious leaders of society. In the Vedic system, the system of monarchy is preferable to the system of democracy. You can have many different forms of government. One is monarchy, other is dictatorship, autocrat.
Автократия.
You had experience of dictatorship with your country, and then you can have democracy. Now, regarding democracy, Prabhupada used to call it demon crazy. Because in this system, anyway, all the cheaters get together and elect another cheater. Whereas in monarchy, the monarch is brought up from his childhood in the spirit of doing service to the people in his God consciousness. Of course, if the monarch is not God conscious, then it is as good as democracy. Only the monarch is God conscious and considers himself to be a representative of the Lord and a guardian of society, then the society will prosper. Just like so many kings around the world are not so God conscious. God is very God conscious. So the kings must be God conscious. And then there will be prosperity and happiness in society. Some of you may say, but we know in today's environment you're never going to get a king like King Parikshit. Well, any hope?
Есть надежда на это?
Looks still there. But how do we benefit from this information? We benefit by meditating on the transcendental pastimes of the great sage. Last days, kings were called Raj Rishi. Raja Rishi means king and sage at the same time. Do you have any Raja Rishi today? They're kings in the Middle East and all, but they're not Raja Rishis. So to summarize the verse, Yudhishthira Maharaj was very happy when King Parikshit was born. He gave big charity to the Brahmanas. Then he asked the Brahmanas, please, what will this child be like? In many parts of the world, even in India, it's a tradition that after a child is born, the parents make his horoscope. What is this child going to be like? Yudhishthira Maharaj asked the Brahmanas, what is this child going to be like? Is he going to be a great devotee like his ancestors? And the Brahmanas are replying, yes, he will be. He'll be in the same league as his ancestors. And in the verse, he's being compared to King Śibi and King Bharata, the son of Mahārāja Duṣyanta. So by hearing the Bhagavatam, by meditating on what you hear in the Bhagavatam, our heart will get purified. And we will go to make spiritual advancement. So we should attentively hear the Bhagavatam, regardless of who the speaker is, and to make spiritual advancement. Hare Krishna. It's a little late for your classes. I can take on one or two questions.
Вот сейчас начнется занятие. Есть вопросы?
Yes. Well, we saw the Lord. We just seen the Lord may not be incarnated in some other form.
Просто он
Operation was constantly thinking of Krishna.
таким образом
Yes. No matter who in ISKCON is speaking. Obviously, I didn't mean professional reciters speaking for money. Sometimes in ISKCON also we see the devotees say, oh, okay, if he's lecturing, then I'll go to the class. If somebody else is lecturing, then I won't. It's not like watching a movie where you first want to know who the star of the movie is. If it's your favorite star, then I'll watch the movie. We should, as a matter of principle, make it a point to hear the Bhagavatam. Hearing is the key through which we make spiritual advance. So we should hear attentively. And then, even if we may not be fully understanding the message, it will penetrate into the heart. Once devotees asked Prabhupada, how is he preaching so enthusiastically? Prabhupada said, because I heard attentively, I'm now preaching enthusiastically. He would hear very attentively. Many times he couldn't even understand what Bhaktisiddhanta was saying, still he would hear attentively. So Bhaktisiddhanta said, this boy hears attentively, one day he'll preach attentively. Any other questions? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,